SportsCenter still rolling, but not the case for Joel Embiid. They were without the Sixers with the big fella for game 2 against the Knicks, but somehow this one wound up way more competitive. 6:30 left in the fourth quarter. It's a 3-point game. Josh Hart makes it a 6-point game. A minute later, we're still locked up at 99, and this is where Jalen Brunson decides to go to work. Pull-up game proper. Middies are free. Knicks back up 2. 4 minutes to go. It's a 2-point game. Tyrese Maxey with a good look. It does not go. The Knicks just always so relentless on the boards, and then we go to the other end. Brunson putting poor Dominique Barlow in the cycle. Mid-ranger falls. Next Sixers possession. BJ Edgecombe can't get it to fall either. It's like a lid is on the rim for Philly at this point, and the Garden's going crazy, especially when Mikal Bridges hits a step-back jumper like that. 6-point game at that point, 34 seconds left. One more chance for Philly. It's Paul George heaving something up from 27 feet. It touches nothing. Knicks win game 2, 108-102. Big body Brunson on how they got it done in the clutch post-game.
Most importantly, just staying poised, staying composed. Just figuring out just one play at a time, one step at a time, and not looking too far ahead. And when they make it faster, when they go up 1 or retake the lead back, just focusing and paying attention to the details, and just find a way how to just make the next play on the other side of the ball.
It's just us executing, being disciplined, finding a way to get a gritty win. Something that, for better or for worse, hasn't been in our cards the last 4 games. But, this showed a lot about our locker room and our team.
I mean, we play good enough defense to win that game, especially in the fourth. But, again, hold them to 19 in the fourth. You got to hope you can score more than 20 in a quarter.
We now welcome in Michael Wilbon from Madison Square Garden. Wilbon, you had a front row seat to the action tonight, back and forth battle, an uncharacteristically close game for the Knicks. But what was the key for New York's ability to get the win down the stretch?
They're going to always point to defensively something that was done. I don't know whether it was just errant shooting on the part of the 76ers or really stifling defense on the part of the Knicks. But after making 12 of the first 24 three-point shots they attempted, the 76ers then missed 9 of 10 to end the game. And a three-point lead turned into a deficit, and they seem to have no way to overcome it despite, and that's why I'm going to err, if I'm going to err, it's going to be on the side of saying the Sixers just missed shots, because they had some good looks, if not wide open shots, several times on those final 10 three-point attempts. Couldn't make any. And that was the game in one that was tied 25 times and one that and had 14 lead changes. So it was back and forth. It was everything that the Sixers could have wanted to stay in this game without Joel Embiid, but ultimately could not hit enough shots down the stretch to close it.
Right, and as you mentioned, credit to Philly, no Joel Embiid, and still kept it this close. Questions remain about if he will be available for Game 3 in Philly on Friday, but can the Sixers get over the hump if they are still without Embiid?
Well, of course, they're going to point to having won Game 2 in Boston without Embiid. They've played enough without him this year to know what it feels like. It's not like it's a shock to the system because he's missing a game for the first time. But Joel Embiid came back, and after being rusty in the first game he played in the Boston series, they won 3 in a row with Embiid. So, we don't even know if he's going to be available for Friday. We're not going to know that yet. Who knows how long, whether that'll go to a game-time decision or whether they'll figure out something with the training staff in the next day or so as this series moves to Philadelphia. But the 76ers clearly need him in the lineup Friday and Sunday. The Knicks have won games and played well in Philadelphia, so it's no guarantee. But that's the Sixers' best chance, particularly when Karl Anthony Towns is playing as well as he is, the opposite number of Joel Embiid with a near triple-double. So with that in mind, they're going to look to get Embiid ready. There's one question that was out there right after the game, which is, wow, why didn't the Sixers think seriously, or maybe they did, about not playing Joel Embiid in game one, resting him that game and getting him back for this. All second guessing now. The attention turns to what's going to happen Friday night in Philadelphia.
Yeah, of course, hindsight always 20/20. But the Knicks, a 2-0 series lead. The series shifts to Philly Friday. Michael Wilbon, thanks as always for the
Kendrick Perkins, kind enough to kick us with us here on SportsCenter. Kendrick, this game was more snug than my suit after dinner. But down the stretch, Knicks find a way to pull away in this bad boy. Who are you stamping as the man responsible for them being able to get this win?
Well, look, we know what Big Body Brunson is capable of doing, right? One of the best closers in the game, and he had his moments. Karl-Anthony Towns been huge defensively, but I got to show a lot of love to OG Anunoby. He's been spectacular all throughout this postseason and in this game tonight. He did it. He got it done on both ends of the floor. Been knocking down his three, showing his versatility, being a hell of a slasher off the ball that has opened up the offense for the New York Knicks. And defensively, he allowed the New York Knicks to go small. And when Karl-Anthony Towns was in foul trouble in the second half and played the center position, OG Anunoby is the most important player on the New York Knicks far as their success and where they're trying to go. And if he continues to play at this level, there's nothing that's going to stop the Knicks from winning this series and advancing or getting out of the Eastern Conference.
I mean, as close as this game was, Perk, it's also important to note that the Sixers were without Joel Embiid, and it seemed like they just ran out of gas in this game. But what they showed you without their big man, can they win Game 3 back in Philly without Embiid?
Well, yeah, they can. And listen, it's going to be hard, but the one thing that I noticed tonight was the perimeter play. Kelly Oubre, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Paul George, they all stepped up to play and was knocking down shots, especially early in the game. And that's why the game was so close, because they were playing at an elite level, especially when they decided to go small and go toe-to-toe with the New York Knicks. Now, can they win this series without Joel Embiid? Hell no, because we saw late in the fourth quarter what ended up happening when they couldn't make shots. They didn't have nothing else to go through. See, Joel Embiid is that big man that you could play through in the half-court set that's going to get you easy baskets, that's going to get to the free throw line when your shot is not falling. So, again, the 76ers, they came out, they fought, they made adjustments. I expect them to come out even better at home in Game 3. I still believe this series is going to go 6 or 7, giving the edge to the Knicks. But, hey, we in for a brawl for it all.
I like it. I like to see it. And, hey, the official Perk line of this, no Joel Embiid, can the Sixers win? Hell no. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Game 3 on Friday back in the Philadelphia. We've got more basketball series to preview. We've got some Thursday night games to look ahead to in just a few minutes with Perk.
But for here and for